Thank you guys for tuning in. I want to give a huge shout out to my dynamic panel that I have tonight. They are going to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about their business, and then we'll jump right into our discussion. So, who wants to go first? Right on ahead and jump in. Y'all want me to call somebody? Okay, Katura, since you were first in, you are up. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know about your businesses, because you are a serial entrepreneur, as I've heard it.
Cool. Thank you so much, Marquita. My name is Katura, and the businesses that I have, one is Positive Attitude for Life, and that is for teenage girls or preteen teenage girls, 12 to 18. It's a nonprofit built to empower and uplift our youth and just help them to make better choices in life. So that's like my main, biggest passion. And secondly, I have another business called Juice Plus, and that's in the health and wellness. And that's just helping us to kind of bridge the gap between what we should eat versus what we actually eat in reality. So both are a lot of fun and just helping other people.
Wonderful. So we're going to have Mr. Short go next because he was second in the room.
Hey, everybody. Jonathan. My business is Rilla LLC. Just basically, a bit of fashion, shirts, whatever to look nice. Basically, try to make it. I try to make it affordable. And I mean, do you need me to tell you what it means or anything, or we're gonna get to that, or we'll get to that later. Okay. Well, just fashion. I'm in the.
You can tell us what it means right now. Go ahead. And I like that you ran your brand.
Always. I got to. They say the best way is to brand yourself. So, then being the fashion, why not? But Rilla, just stands for basically. When I first started it, kind of had like a logo with like it incorporated a heart, a brain, and a mouth in a way. And I got different kinds of logos if somebody happens to look or anything. But basically, that meant being Rilla is just basically being the person you are. So, your brain is how you think. That's what makes you Rilla. How you express yourself, that's your heart. And that's what makes you Rilla also. And what you say and how you say it, most importantly. Because, that's how you really would determine how you may feel, okay, this person, I like this person. You might not necessarily say real or whatever, but you're going to say, oh, I like this person. And I may feel like, oh, I can deal with this person. And in your way, it could be Rilla. So that's Rilla.
I like that. All right, Brittany.
Hello, my name is Brittany Turner. So I actually had a business for about 3 years. It was called Little Musical Chefs. I taught music and cooking to kids. I'm sure that's how me and Marquita met, actually. And it was a great business, like a legit business. And I went to like the YMCA, after school programs, daycares. It was like a mobile business, and did those classes with kids from ages infants all the way up to teenagers. So I like brought all the supplies for them to do cooking and music, and it was a great business. This year I dissolved that business because during the pandemic I had to kind of stop, because of course we're not doing hands-on activities with little kids, so had to stop that. So I dissolved that business, not to say that I probably won't do something similar again, but I just had a newborn. So he is 8 months. So I kind of started something else. Well, 2 other things. I started a maternal health support group for women. And then my significant other started a one for men. And basically it's just a support group. It's not a business per se yet, but maybe in the future. But it's just my birth story actually went viral, and that's why I started the business. We can get into that later, but that is just a support group for women, because Black women and infants are dying at a higher rate than any other race. So I wanted to create a resource for us, and support for women that are, going through infertility and, just may need advice on what to do during pregnancy or after postpartum and all those things. I also am a chef and a singer. So I have started Chef B Sings. That is a legit company. Um, right now, I am just a content creator, and I love it because I don't have to go anywhere. I kind of monetize my content on Facebook, figuring out how to monetize content on Instagram, YouTube, all of your social platforms, just using the talent that God gave me. So I may put a song in the background of what I'm cooking. So I may cook something, give people a good recipe, and then put a song in the background, or I may do a cover of something without any food, or I may just give you a food recipe. So I'm just incorporating, the talents that I already have to create another stream of revenue. So yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your great introductions. And we cannot forget our moderator. We have Shanika here. She sits on my board for my nonprofit, for Mac Mentoring. And so we're going to allow her to introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shanika, and I am on the Mac Mentoring board. I'm also a mentor, and I'm very excited about Mac Mentoring, and I'm hoping that it's going to blow up really, really soon because I can see the greatness in it, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be a part of it, and that's basically it.
Well, thank you so much, Sugar. I'm hoping that Black Mac Mentoring blow up too, honey. So you guys have already touched on some of my questions that I have, which was like, what inspired you to develop your ideas? So what was it that gave you guys your push to say, yes, I'm going to go ahead and step out and do this? And how long did it take you to decide between your brainstorming phase, your creativity phase, into actually saying, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this a legit business?
I guess I'll go. Well, basically, I mean, I always like, clothes, looking nice. And I always used to kind of like get like clothes customized and everything. Might have my name up there a lot, whether it was in high school. Just wanted to, wear something that I knew I had and nobody else had. And I said probably around the pandemic. When the pandemic came is when I just thought to myself, like, maybe I should start, I do want to do clothing, but I don't want to actually use my name. And I kind of did. I did a little bit of rapping, and I had like a name. It was like J Rilla, but it was because of what one of my friends had gave me the name Rilla, which it meant something completely different. I didn't even know till I looked at how she spelled it. But I took it as, the way I spell it, Reala. So kind of ran with it. And it was like, yeah, I mean, I could take that because technically, I mean, most people who knew me as JD, or, my actual name, John. Most people knew me as JD. So I was like, I could take the Rilla because, I mean, it still has a meaning behind it. And it doesn't really automatically say me, except for people who knew, whether I rapped or like my friends that knew that called me that already. So it's like, you know what? All right, I'm going to do something with that. And during the pandemic, it was just like, I mean, I was still working, but I didn't even know. I didn't know if eventually, okay, it was going to say, all right, well, we're going to do this at the time. And so I just went out there and was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start it. Started, I say probably at September, I think, September. And from there, I just kept it going. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just keep doing it. No matter how, how I feel about it, I'm just gonna keep going. Just keep going. Yeah, I am.
Our business's birthdays are the same month, same year, same month. Because I did
Hey,
mine
look.
in 2020, September 2020. Ow, we gonna celebrate together.
Family, we think alike.
Right. Whoever unmutes first can go next.
Whoever unmutes first. Okay, I'll go. What was the question again? What was the question?
I said, how long did it take you from your creative stage to actually launching, basically?
I guess I would always say I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Even in college, I went to college to be a chef. But I just, worked my way up in corporate. So I was a manager, did every job I could possibly do in the food service industry. And I got to the point where I was a GM, like running $1 million accounts. And I just was like, I'm talented. Like, I could do this on my own. Like, I shouldn't be making all this money for this corporation. That's just how I feel. Now everybody don't feel that way, but that's just how I feel. And I just felt like I shouldn't be making all this money for this corporation. And I didn't feel like I was valued. I would bring all these new ideas and new initiatives, and it wasn't like I was getting no pay increase or anything. It was just, bringing them more revenue. So I just was like, okay, let me figure out something that I can do, that I can use my talents that I have, and, create something for myself, something that will, last forever. So that's why I started Little Musical Chefs. And because of the pandemic happening and me having a, pandemic baby and all of that, I was like, okay, I need to do something where I don't have to leave the house, and I can still be a stay-at-home mom, basically stay-at-home mom. And, I can still, take care of things financially, So that's why I started Chef B Sings. I'm still learning. I'm still new. I think I started when did I start? I don't even know. I want to say December-ish, maybe, or maybe January. And I think I made like a goal, like, okay, by June, I need to have monetized on some type of platform. And within like a month, I was already monetizing. So I was like, okay, great, you're doing it. So yeah, I'm my own pep person. So I just said, okay, Brittany, let's do this, and it happened. So yeah.
Wonderful. Sometimes you got to be your own hype man, because everybody not gonna hype you.
Hype man, right. That's
I know, girl. I got you.
Wow, that was good. So yeah, for me, started Positive Attitude for Life, goodness gracious, back in college. So that was about 2007. And actually how it all started, it was just parents from like me and my parents and myself, like we went to different churches because I was more like into Spanish, and I just wanted to immerse myself in Spanish. And so I went to a Spanish like Christian church, and they went to just a regular church. And anyway, parents from their church had asked me to talk with their daughters about like dating and relationships, and just just about making good choices or better choices in life and stuff. And I agreed. I was like, okay, that's no problem. We can talk, we can have like, just a movie night, whatever, just girl time and just talk. So did that, not knowing that it would grow into something more. So it's like, did that just out of, talking, and just like, I just love, kids, teens and stuff. And then that following year, they were like, hey, can we like have another sleepover and invite our friends to come and all this other kind of stuff. And I was like, let me, you know, think about it. Let me pray about it, because like it was good, but it's like I want to make sure, you know, all the whatever I'm talking and saying to y'all is like really beneficial and helpful. So yeah, it was like that first year it was just 4 girls that came, but then that following year it's like 12 had came, and it was really neat because it was like God orchestrated the whole thing. I talked with my mom and she was like, you know what, we probably might need a larger space. So I was like, okay, how about at a hotel? I can just start raising money, ask, you know, tell them there's a price with it, and that price should cover the cost of the hotel along with food, and ask for donations when it comes to food, all this stuff. I mean, I don't know. God like just gave me the whole plan. Like he mapped out the whole thing, and then had different speakers to come in. And like the girls from that year were just telling me how much it had helped them and changed their lives. And then that following year, I think we had like 30 something girls. The following year after that was like 50, then 60, 70. So it was just like something that God like orchestrated the whole thing. And the amount of time it took me, I guess, from that creativity to launch, I think it took maybe about a year, maybe 6 months or so, just to do like that 501c3. And I was just, I think at that point, I was just super determined. And it was like, of course, when you know, not dating anybody, it's just you, like you have all the time, like you have a whole lot of time to work with, and you can just focus on stuff, stay up as late as you want to stay up and just write and work. And it was just like, God gave me so much in that amount of time. And then, you know, honestly, like, I forgot what like 2010, I think. Yeah, I got 2010 or 2011. I got married. So of course that right there, like can kind of change different things. So of course I had to put everything on pause, and I'm not going to lie, like I had to put it on pause. And now it's like, I'm finally able to build it back up. Cause now I'm married, you know, fast forward all those years, you go through different things in marriage and adjustments and all this other kind of stuff. And then have children along the way. And it's like, whoo, you know, it's a blessing. It really, really is. And then it's like almost like a different mindset. And I was like, okay, now I have to learn how to, you know, work with them as well. And just like whatever comes up, learn how to work and not let anything, not hinder, I don't want to say that word, but just, you know, kind of stay on focus and stay on track. So now it's like, now I have like, I guess, a different renewed mindset, and just seeing how like God again is starting to unfold the different, like the plans that he has for me along this path. So I had to be patient with myself, but just learning that, you know, it's all a process. And, you know, at times I'll have huge chunks of time that I can just write and work, and God will just pour it out to me. Other times I might not have that much, but just using what time I have. But yeah, I mean, it takes work. It does take dedication. And I love how y'all said, definitely using those gifts and talents that he has given. That right there is like, man, like it's just massive, just what he himself can do like through us, which is amazing. So I'll stop right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to just chime in on what she said. Can I chime in on what she said? Because when I want, okay, because it was a discussion, so I didn't know if we could discuss. What she said about like things change when you have kids, and like I went from having just, you know, my one son to being a blended family to a newborn, and I was like, okay, hold up, wait, you know. And then when I did have my other business, I went through a divorce, and then I had, you know, then we became a blended family. Then I met someone else, became a blended family. Now we have a newborn. It's a lot when you're trying to be an entrepreneur and follow what he has gave you. But in all of that, he does say, you know, I always hear him say, you know, just be patient, slow down, Brittany. Just be patient, slow down. If I gave it to you, it's going to go. Don't worry about it. Just slow down, take your time, and it's going to happen. So yeah, just being an entrepreneur, you got to, sometimes we want to go. And we can't do all of that because we can't be mom, dad, sometimes sister, brother. It's a lot. And then trying to build your business at the same time. So it does take, it makes you go, okay, let me readjust all these different things in my life so that I can bring forth what I need to bring forth. So
Amen. Yeah.
I definitely
I'm
because around that time, even when I started my business, I was supposed to get married that year, but I did end up getting married. I had to go to the Justice of Peace, but we had to postpone the wedding to the following year. And then, like I said, having at the time it's 2022, correct? So I want to say probably like I think it was a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old at the time, and we all know how that is. So much, and like having to like with my son still getting diapers, still getting wipes, even now, but just like having to pay for this, having to pay for that, and then even take care of the house because I had just in 2019 I had just bought my house, so it was like just adjusting to different stuff and still trying to do something for you and basically for your business, but also for you, just because it's like, all right, this is something I want to do. So I mean, it hard, and I mean, nobody really tells you to not chase your dream, but at the same time, it's kind of like I said, sometimes you feel like you do need that motivation, but you kind of got to motivate yourself. You got to be like, you know what, this is what I want. I'm going to keep on pushing it, regardless of what's going on.
That self-talk, that self-motivation talk, that hype woman, hype man talk in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day or early in the morning, riding in the car, putting on some makeup, folding some clothes, getting the diapers. That talk is real talk, because a lot of times the people that you want to be talking to you and motivating you and doing all that, they're not doing it. So when you become an entrepreneur, you learn, if they ain't gonna talk to me, I gotta talk to myself. Like last night I had a session and she came in and she talked to the girls and she was like, if you don't do nothing else, say I can do it. Nobody else believe in me, I believe in me. I don't care. It's one person watching, and I think I'm the one person watching on my Facebook Live, and it's okay, because guess what? I'm gonna keep on doing it because somebody gonna see, somebody gonna support, and then we ain't gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all it takes is one person for you to blow up and to make a difference. And Shanika has her hand raised.
Ma'am, I was raising my hand because you are not the only person watching. I am watching as well. Thank you. So you got two people. It's the two people. But you know what they say?
Well,
you know what? Correct. You my bestie, and I'm gonna stick beside you. That's what they say. I'm gonna stick beside
you. You know it,
I appreciate it.
I think a lot of people, though, they do want to see us do great, but at the same time, we got to look at this also as them, they kind of doing it from afar, because I mean, at the same time, they're living their their everyday life, and they're trying to get it together just with that. And we doing the same thing, but then we adding on, the business and trying to do that. So it's like, does anybody you see what I'm doing? Like, like for me personally, like I said, me doing clothes, I'm thinking like, I know I dress fly. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody gonna want this. Like, what's up? Like, ain't nobody saying, you know what I'm saying? So it get to that, and then it's like, you know what? I mean, I started looking at, other businesses. That's when I had to, put in my mind like, oh, you know what? I mean, every day a person don't want McDonald's. They might want Burger King. You know what I'm saying? Or you might not want to wear Polo today. You might want to wear Nike, and I got to look at that. Like, I mean, everything not gonna sell right then and there. So that was a kind of like also.
That was a good point. I never even thought of it like that. Like, that makes you change your mindset in a little bit. Like, oh, okay, well, you're right. Every day I don't want McDonald's. I don't need McDonald's. Let's throw up right there. So, and going with that. So, what are some challenges that you have faced, that you are overcoming or you have overcome in your business?
I guess I can start on this one. I think my biggest one that I have faced and that I'm overcoming is, I think, myself. And making sure like my mindset is right. Like some, just to be completely honest, like negative thoughts will come in and comparisons will come in, especially like when it comes to social media. And I mean, they've done, the research and all that kind of stuff, and it shows that that's what happens. So those comparisons start to come in and like, man, like it seems like I should be here and I'm actually here. And long story short, just learning that, I guess, once again, everything's a process. Everybody has different paths that they're taking and different speeds. And I've had to learn how to change my mindset and make sure that I have a positive mindset and that, that renewing my mind. I think that's the biggest thing, is just making sure my mind is right. Because it's like, even if we watch TV, just anything, just so much stuff can bombard us to the point where we don't even have like that quiet time just to get quiet and reevaluate our day and, at least talk with, the Lord and just get his input. Lord, am I doing, this plan? Is this my plan or is this your plan? So it's like just taking those moments, getting quiet and just renewing my mind and just, making sure that my mindset is the right mindset. So that's been my biggest challenge that I'm overcoming, because from kind of being like depressed or whatever, getting out of that and just constantly, making sure that I'm in alignment with Christ and just making sure that I have the right mind each day. I think that's been one of those things. It's been interesting, and now it's like, thank you, Lord, for the journey, because I'm learning and like, so it's just making sure that my mindset is right and in the right place.
Your mindset can definitely be a thing that will hinder you, because if you don't get your mind together, then you ain't gonna get nothing else right, because it all starts in the mind. So that's definitely a good point.
Yes. I would say mine would probably be kind of what you said, but thinking that the market is just saturated, like just thinking that, oh, there's already too many food pages out there, or there's already too many people mentoring, or there's already a support group for that, or somebody's already doing that, and like comparing, like you said. And it's just like, okay, but if he gave it to me, he gave it to me for a reason. So let me go forth in that and not worry about what anybody else is doing. So a lot of times with social media, I don't really pay attention to what anybody else is doing. Sometimes I got to put down my phone and not watch what anybody else is doing on social media, not follow anybody else's food page or whatever. I might follow for some tips on how to make this look like this and look like that, but not compare myself to them, like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to do 5 posts this week and I only did 1, and oh my gosh, when I get like that, I get antsy, and a lot of times I get aggravated because I'm like, okay, I want to do 3 posts a week, and I want to make sure I got 2 reels, and because that's the way I make my money. But sometimes my life doesn't roll like that. I can't. Like this week, I didn't post anything at all. And I'm just like, okay, I got to learn to be okay with that, because I got a baby that's teething. What am I do? Baby that don't want to sleep. What am I do? So I just trying to overcome that has been my biggest thing right now in entrepreneurship. So, yeah.
I will say that the content piece was definitely it just was making my head hurt. I would definitely say that, because the algorithms, and you want to make sure all lit, whatever. So I took some classes and whatnot, and I've now created me a content calendar, a branded content calendar. Facebook got that Meta business where it can post to Facebook and Instagram, so I do that. I occasionally do a little TikTok, so I make me a little video and save thing, go up in there and click it, boom, 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 you in there, got your little views going. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's especially when you're doing it by yourself. And
Listen. I make videos, so the content it's a lot to make content. People who are, I think the reason why they are starting to pay content creators is because it's a lot It's a lot of work to just make a video. Then you got to edit the video. I do voiceover on my video after that. It's just, that takes at least a couple of hours. And my son is not in daycare. Okay. He's at home with me. Okay. He's very clingy. So
I don't do all that, honey.
Well, you know,
You be singing too, girl.
I be doing a lot. I be doing a lot trying to make one video. Chef DC.
Yes.
That content piece, and that will get you sometimes because you're like, I want the algorithm to be this way, and then I had to think back, and I was like, you know what? Before I even made content, right? My birth story went viral. Okay, right? And I didn't make content. I just was on my Instagram one day and wrote down my birth story about my son, and that went viral. Had a whole news thing, and that lets me know that, listen, if it's for you, it's gonna happen. So don't worry about the algorithm. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing, because if it's for you, it's going to happen. So, you know, just get in a different mind state of not comparing, you know. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm preaching for the day.
JD, did you want to comment?
Yeah, I think my biggest thing to overcome, and I think I'm still trying to overcome it, is like just going to the next level of certain things, because, you know, like even with especially with business, you know, of course with your personal life, but with business, like you have a problem with sometimes, like you got trust issues. You don't know, you know how they say, you know, somebody might try to steal your money. You might try to, you know, work with something or try to do something that business, and then the people might not have the same intentions as you. And now, okay, now this person, they got this information and they doing this, or, you know, they might be saying this, or they might be taking this from you. And it's like, you thinking to yourself like, I don't know if I really want to work with them, or I don't know if I want to do this. And like I said, I wanted myself.
I don't even use it.
I'm starting business, so I'm still learning every day about everything, even in general, learning every day. So it's one of those things where I don't know if I could you know, trust, especially something that I made, like it's my business, so I can't. It's like I said with a child, I'm not just gonna put my child in anybody's hands, or you know, or you can watch you can do this. So it's like I'm kind of like I be thinking to myself like, all right, if I'm gonna do something, I gotta make sure that it's right. And they have the same intentions as me. So it's kind of like still trying to overcome that.
I think being cautious I don't think being cautious is a bad thing. I agree. You don't want to do business with everybody, because all business ain't. And I will say sometimes, you know, people will copy and paste Shirella and put it on their own thing and say it's theirs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have any advice for that, because I too myself am in struggling in that piece of like, do I do business with them? I know how they operate. I know they can generate some income. I know I have something, but do I really want to do business with them because they're shady on the back end? So it's just like, no. But I'll be cautious any day. Me, the guy say all the time, it's all about quality over quantity. For my business. So I can understand that. I can get with that. And so we are nearing our time. So before we leave, I would like for you guys to say any finishing thoughts. And also I would like for you to tell us how we can reach you, how we can purchase product, things like that. Oh, and answer this one question. If you had to do it all over again, would you do it all over again?
First, I say do it all over again. I'll do it all over again, but I'll do it sooner. Well, you can reach my business, you know, it's on social media at on Facebook, Rilla LLC, and Instagram, Rilla by short. That's REALBYSHORT. The phone number, I got a number in there. I gotta check it. I just got that right.
You don't have to get a
on the
number.
page. Yes,
You got a
but
you got a web.
yeah,
We got a website.
the website kind of under construction. I don't really want to go there, but if you need it, I can get it for you wherever you at.
Listen, I was in this group, and the lady said if you can't do it ugly, you ain't gonna be able to do it pretty either. So
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of under construction, so I don't even want to give that out like that. Yeah, but if you need it, I got it, and I can.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, you go. Okay.
So you can reach me at Chef B Sings on Facebook. I have my own personal page, and then I also have Brittany Turner where I post some of my reels of cooking and stuff on there too, because I'm still trying to grow the Chef B Sings page. Also on Instagram, I've changed my name on there to Chef B Sings. I'm not on YouTube yet. I didn't put anything out on YouTube yet, but Instagram and Facebook, Chef B Sings. Or if you need a song written or anything like that, send me a little DM. No, hey, how you doing?
All right. And then for myself, you can the question, would I do this again? Most definitely, because positive attitude for life, affecting, helping teenage girls, preteens. I love it. And I would definitely do it again, all over, no problem. So the best way to reach me, I do have a website and also updating the website. So the website is PAL, P-A-L, Inc., inc.org, so palinc.org. And then for my email, positiveattitudенc, all one word, at gmail.com. So those are the best ways to contact me through those.
Are you on social media? Yeah.
I gotta work on that.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta work on it.
No worries. And since we're giving out information, let me go ahead and give out my information. I am Mac Mentoring, MAQ Mentoring on all social media platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. So y'all can find us there. I want to say once again, thank you. Before I leave, Shanika, do we have any comments or anything? Did anybody else join us?
No, ma'am.
And that is also fine. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much, JD, Katura, Brittany, and Shanika for coming on tonight. And for those who watch us later, put hashtag replay in the comments. And I want to thank you for coming back and watching us later.